I want to start with the Packers and the Cowboys. Dak Prescott had 3 interceptions this week, and people are acting like it's the end of the world. The reality is 2 of his interceptions bounced off his receiver's hands. You can argue that his last interception, he kind of forced into coverage. But again, he's down. He's trying to mount a comeback. He threw it into the end zone. It bounced off his guy's hands, got popped up, and intercepted. I know that Dak Prescott got a lot of stats in the second half. And you'll say, like, oh, all his numbers are in garbage time. But you got to understand, the dude still threw for almost 500 yards against a really, really good defense. He had 463 yards passing. That's more than Deshaun Watson did, and everyone's freaking out about how amazing Deshaun Watson was. And what's interesting is it's not like he just only had yards in garbage time. He was playing well early in the game. Unfortunately, he had a couple interceptions. Things didn't go the right way. But he played a great, elite Packers defense. Of course, he had some issues. He wasn't great. He's not perfect. Dak Prescott's not an elite quarterback, in my opinion. But I'm also not going to give up on him. You know, I see too much good from Dak Prescott to be like, had a bad game against the Saints and then a bad game against the Packers. He's terrible. It's over. Yeah, I can acknowledge he's not an elite quarterback. If he had been, he would have played better against elite defenses, right? Elite versus elite, you got to show up. 2 weeks in a row now, Dak Prescott played a great defense. It wasn't incredible. In fact, it was not great. Maybe even bad. But the Saints and the Packers are 2 of the best defenses in the NFC. It's not like it's the sky is falling in Dallas. By the way, I'm really unimpressed with the Cowboys receiver, Amari Cooper. I know a lot of people are like, he's hurt, he's injured. I've had this thought for a long time, and it's been slowly developing. And just what I see from Amari Cooper doesn't impress me that much. He's really good at getting open, using his speed. He's not very physical. In my opinion, he's a second tier of all. Like there's number 1 receivers. Everyone has this is our number 1 receiver. You know, Mike Evans, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, T.Y. Hilton, Odell Beckham Jr. That's a number 1 receiver, and those are top tier number 1 receivers. And every football team has a number 1 go-to guy. Of the go-to guys in the NFL, Amari Cooper's a second tier go-to guy. He's not very physical. He doesn't win matchups on the ball very often. He gets out-jockeyed for position. He had a catch down the sideline over the top. I understand. Congratulations. But too frequently, Amari Cooper gets jockeyed out of position by corners and the ball gets knocked away. I'm just not impressed with Amari Cooper's physicality at all. I think Michael Gallup, if anybody's like the true number 1 receiver in Dallas, it's actually Michael Gallup. It's not Amari Cooper. So I just, not impressed. Let's not talk about the Packers. Oh, man. Go listen to my NFL Predictions podcast. I'm so proud of it. I got so much right. I was right about the Vikings. I was right about the Redskins. And I was right about the Packers. They're 4-1. They look great. And their defense is fantastic. And their offensive coordinator / head coach, Matt LaFleur, is working with Aaron Rodgers. And I'll be honest, I don't like Aaron Rodgers' attitude. I hate watching him. On screen, he's got horrible facial expressions. He's got horrible body language. Anytime anything goes wrong, he scowls. He looks all offended. He stares down his teammates. I hate that side of Aaron Rodgers. It is not fun to watch. However, he's ridiculously talented. They are 4-1. It is working. So no matter how much I hate watching Aaron Rodgers and the way he treats people, hey, they're 4-1. They look really good. They just beat the Cowboys pretty badly. And I think that Matt LaFleur, so far, as long as Aaron Rodgers follows him, and as long as Aaron Rodgers stays in line, Matt LaFleur is a smashing success with the Green Bay Packers. Okay, the Colts beat the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. And my first takeaway is that the Colts linemen are unreal. The offensive line, the defensive line, all of it, it's very impressive. The Colts multiple times on 4th and 1 or 4th and short won up front. Their offensive line pushed the Chiefs backwards. They ran the ball on 4th down and succeeded multiple times. That Colts offensive line is no joke, and it is nothing to be messed with. They are incredible. And then, the Colts defensive line was really good. The Chiefs tried to run the ball on 4th and short and got stuffed, got embarrassed, and the Colts had pressure constantly on Patrick Mahomes. Wow, it was impressive. And the Colts quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, was not incredible. He was 18 for 29, had 150 yards passing, 151, no touchdowns, had an interception. But he was good enough to win. Jacoby Brissett was good enough to win. Now, his biggest test, in my opinion, this year, there are two of them. I think it's week 12. Week 12, they go to Houston, they play the Texans. And then week 15, they go to New Orleans in Louisiana and play at the Saints in the Mercedes-Benz Dome. What do you call it? The New Orleans Dome? The Mercedes Dome, whatever, we'll call it that. And, man, to go into New Orleans and beat the Colts would be a huge accomplishment. But, hey, I'm already impressed. Jacoby Brissett is doing a great job. He already went into Kansas City and beat the Chiefs. That's a big deal. And the Colts are so underrated. They are such a good football team. Top to bottom, they're just really, really good. Here's a scary thought, by the way. Right now, the Patriots lead the NFL in sacks. They have 24. The Patriots, the New England Patriots, have the best pass rush in the NFL right now. The next best team has 20. They have 24. And it's a scary thought because they also lead the NFL in interceptions with 11. Ooh. It's really, really horrifying how good the Patriots defense is because someday, here's what's going to happen. Eventually, the Chiefs and the Patriots are going to play each other in the playoffs. It's going to happen. They're going to play each other in the regular season too. However, I don't think that the Patriots care about that game. They're not going to try all their special stuff. They're going to wait and get film on the Chiefs, and then in the playoffs, come out with some new wrinkle you've never seen before and just surprise and try to catch the Chiefs off guard. But what we did see is the Colts beat the Chiefs. And I'm going to do a film analysis of how. I want to understand what the Colts defense did to stop Patrick Mahomes. But before I even watch film, here's what I know. The Patriots were out there watching film, taking notes. They're like, oh, let's see what the Colts did against the Chiefs. We're going to pay attention to that game. I know they have people watching film on that game. Totally legal, by the way. But they're going to do it. And they're going to figure out a way to stop Patrick Mahomes. And they're going to use it because they're going to do it because the Colts gave them a template. Here's how. I don't know what that is yet. I'll watch film. I'll make a video about it. What did the Colts do to stop Patrick Mahomes? But the Patriots defense is very talented and very capable. And I'm certain that whatever the Colts did to stop Patrick Mahomes, the Patriots can duplicate it too. That's a scary, scary thought. Here's another thought. Deshaun Watson was incredible this year. Texans quarterback. Oh my gosh. He was 28 for 33 passing, had 426 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's incredible. And there are 2 film analysis projects I'm working on for later this week. The first one is how the Colts defense stopped Patrick Mahomes. The next one is Deshaun Watson versus the Falcons. And then the other 2 I want to work on, if I can, are Gardner Minshew and Marcus Mariota. Next Tuesday, we'll do the Bears quarterbacks. They have a bye week this week, so I'm going to slow down on the Bears, do more of it later, get this other work done first. But we'll do the Bears, and we'll do comparing Chase Daniel to Mitchell Trubisky. What's wrong? Who's better? Why do they both seem to suck? Why is Mitchell Trubisky especially very underwhelming? Why does it seem like Chase Daniel might actually be better than Mitchell Trubisky? It's a whole mess. So that's the stuff that's coming up ahead for Strong Opinion Sports. I have one more takeaway, and that's that I feel really bad for Steelers fans. Steelers quarterback Mason Rudolph had a nasty concussion. They had to go to the backup quarterback. Long term, for the viability of the Steelers, I'm very concerned. They lost Big Ben, their starting quarterback. They're probably going to not have Mason Rudolph this next week because the concussion was horrible. The dude passed out. He was knocked unconscious the minute he got hit and went limp on the field. That's horrifying. And so for the long-term success of the Steelers, I'm very, very concerned. I just am. I'm like, ooh, man. They're going to miss their quarterback for the next couple weeks. And they traded away their first-round pick. It's really, really bad, and I feel very bad for the Steelers. My name is Zach Schaumler. This is my podcast, Strong Opinion Sports. It's my favorite thing in the entire world. And I want to be very clear and open with the audience. My YouTube channel is monetized. What that means is that some of my videos make ad revenue. It's fewer than you think. A lot of them get claimed. But in the past, I've received donations from people on Patreon and PayPal. PayPal.me/Zach Schaumler. Patreon.com/Zach Schaumler. And because I'm making ad revenue, it felt kind of weird just receiving donations. I wanted to give something back for the donations. And so people who support me on Patreon can give me $1 a month, and that allows them access to a pool where they can ask questions. If you send me questions through Patreon's DM service, you comment on one of my posts on Patreon. If you give $1 a month, you can submit questions. And with my eyeballs, I look at every single question submitted. Then at the end of my podcast, I pick the best top couple questions and read them on the show and answer them in a segment I call Ask Zach. Now, that's for people who have money and want to support me that way. If you have no money to give, no problem. I totally understand. I grew up in a mobile home. I've been a broke college kid. I totally get it. But if you want to help in some capacity at the end, you can support the show by telling your friends about it. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow by telling your friends about this show. It would mean a lot to me. If you believe in my dream and you believe in this show, tell your friends about Strong Opinion Sports. Guys, my name is Zach Schaumler. Thank you so very much, and hope you have a great day.